Hey, it's Adrian. Today I'm taking a look at this Eufy SmartDrop, and this is going to allow you to accept packages while you're at home or while you're not at home, and then you can come back and safely retrieve them. So you can see it's a pretty big unit, so I'm just going to test it out and see how well it performs and let you know my thoughts on it. Specs include an all metal body with anti-corrosion coating. There's also IP65 weatherproof rating. There's a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, a 1080p HD camera with motion sensors, two-way audio. All right, let's get started with the install. So this is a pretty sizable box, comes in at around 44 pounds, so you may or may not need help. All right, so the box is open and you can see at the top we have an assembly guide with some detailed instructions. On the flip side of that, we also have a positioning guide if you want to drill this down. No dents or damage, everything was really well packaged and separated. There's all the hardware to get everything set up. So you can see that we have the Eufy battery here, charging cable for that. We also have a key for the unit as well, and then just the regular installation hardware. So you can see when you're connecting the panels, so C and B, so there's 3 holes on the side where you're going to line up the screws for both the right and left panel. With the right and left panel installed, the next step is to install this rear panel. So you can see we're going to line up the holes again on the rear side. All right, for this step, so I flipped the entire unit upside down. You can see it like that. And I've put the bottom portion, so now all that's left is to secure the bottom area. All right, the next step is to now add these L brackets, one to this side and one to that side, just for further stability. The next step is to attach the lid and secure it on the right and left side. The next step is to connect these pneumatic arms. So you can see there's a connection there, and then here, and here. Design-wise, you can see it's a really nice looking unit. So it's sufficiently deep enough and tall enough to accommodate a decent amount of packages before you have to get to it and clear everything out. There is a built-in camera so that you can have video alerts in the Eufy app so you can see who's coming and who's going. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it up and insert the battery pack.
Welcome to Eufy SmartDrop.
Okay, now that the SmartDrop is completely assembled, I'm going to add it to the Eufy app. So I'll just go into the app here, add the SmartDrop, add it to my home. Just going to put in the password. So I've put in my Wi-Fi password. Make sure you're on a 2.4 gigahertz band. Now it says to open up the lid and press the sync button. So let me do that now. And you may not be able to see it, but there is a sync button right here. It's a white button. I'm going to press and hold it for 2 seconds till I hear a beep. That's the beep.
Please close the lid when you leave. Thank you.
I'm going to click next. And what it's saying is it's going to generate a QR code for the Wi-Fi connection, and I'm going to scan that code with the camera on the SmartDrop. So that's the code. I'm just going to move the phone off camera to scan it. And there we go.
Connecting to the Wi-Fi network. Please wait.
So the camera on the SmartDrop did scan the code. I'm going to go ahead and click next. And we're going to wait for it to connect.
Setup was successful.
All right, so if you have no packages and your first delivery driver comes, they can easily just hit open and pop their package in and then close it back. The second delivery driver, they're not going to be able to do that because now there's a package in there. So you could see.
Enter the PIN code on the address label and press open. Enter the PIN code on the address label and press open.
So you can see it prompts the second delivery driver to enter the PIN code on the address label. So whenever you order from Amazon or wherever, in the special instructions or other or additional information, just put, box code, whatever. That's what I've been doing, and it's been working really well for Amazon drivers. There may be situations where you can't actually put in any additional instructions on the shipping label, and in those cases, the driver is not going to know what's going on or how to open this if they're the second or third driver of the day, because just pressing open is not going to work. In those cases, I can initiate a live view with the driver and open the lid remotely and just ask them to close it. So here's a demo of that. To talk to a driver who doesn't have a code on his package, this is how I would do it. So I'll open up live view. Please place the package in the box and close the lid. So you can hear that it clearly talks to the driver, they can hear it, and then on the app I can hit open. They'll put the package in and just close it, and I've given them the instruction to close it when I talk to them. When it comes to opening the box, you have 5 options. So you can open it with the button, without a code, with a code, with a key, with your phone, or with a voice assistant. And I'm going to demo the 3 ways that I'm going to be using it the most. By button, by pin code, or by key. Here's a silly demo just to showcase the size capacity on this thing. You could actually fit a person in here. So in terms of my experience with delivery drivers actually using it, I've only had about 2 deliveries so far, but both times they used it. There is a sticker at the top letting them know as well that this is a delivery box, and I mean it's plastered all the way on the front, so it's been working well so far. Eufy also provides a sticker that you could put on top of the box to show that it is a delivery box, and I have that on there. It has some simple instructions on there and has been working well. The other thing that I would say is to keep in mind where you position this. So you could see in this entire area here, this is in the corner, but as soon as someone comes up the stairs, right away they could see this, and on top of it, it says it's a delivery box. So putting it somewhere visible and easy to access is really going to improve the chances of drivers actually using it. It's also great that you can add delivery pins for specific companies. So I can have one for Amazon, Purelator, DHL, and that helps me know who opened it. So if I'm away from home, I didn't get an alert, based on the code that was entered, I know who delivered the package that day. I'm so glad they also included a camera on here. It's not something that you really need, but having that is great because you can see who's coming, who's going. You can talk to them in real time. And if someone tried to tamper with the box, obviously you're going to capture that on video and then you can review that later.
Press open button to make a delivery. Please close the lid when you leave. Thank you.
So when I set this up, I charged a battery to 100%. It's been a little over a week since it's been going, and I've gotten a bunch of packages. I've also played around with it heavily with all the settings, testing it, getting shots in, and it's at 87% right now. Part of the reason that it's at 87% is because I've been playing with it heavily just to get it set up, to get shots tested out. And there are 2 modes on here, a guard mode and delivery mode. The delivery mode is just going to record the comings and goings of drivers. However, guard mode and delivery mode is going to record drivers plus whoever passes in front of the camera, meaning anytime you exit the house, if a salesperson comes to your porch, or if they're walking in front of the sidewalk where it is positioned, it's going to catch all of that. And that's my case. So where this is positioned, this camera, it's facing towards the sidewalk and there's always people coming and going. So at 87%, considering it's capturing a lot of motion and I've been playing around with it, it's very respectable battery life. All right, let's go through the settings for the SmartDrop. So I can go into here, click settings, and you can see right now auto method or auto switch is the open method. And auto switch is preferred because if the box is empty, the first person who hits open on it is just gonna open without a code and they can put the package and close it. Once it's closed, the next person who makes a delivery is going to require a code. So this is the best way to have it. I'm going to leave it like that. Now you can see you also have options for motion detection, and you have human activity or all motion, and you could set the sensitivity. I'm going to leave it on the default options right now, or default settings. Now under Power Manager, you can see there's a delivery mode and a delivery and guard mode. So guard mode, if there's any type of motion that the camera detects, it's going to be recording it. Delivery mode only records, delivery motions, nothing else. So, but I'm going to leave it on delivery and guard mode. I don't mind charging the battery or recharging it every so often. So I've already set a master pin. If we go into video quality, you can set it to auto depending on the strength of your Wi-Fi or the bandwidth on your internet connection. I'm going to leave mine on high just to see how well it handles it and what the impact is going to be like on battery life. Now, audio settings, I'm going to leave it at medium. I don't want to scare the delivery person when it starts talking, so I'll leave that there. And everything else like motion activated prompts, microphone, that is all going to be turned on. To look at the activity log, since I have had a couple of deliveries, so if I click into deliveries, you can see that it shows the status of the lid as closed, so that's good to know. You know if a delivery driver left it open or not. Now you can see there's a diary or a log here, and this is what I've done today. Now, if I keep going here, you could see that I did open and close this, and that was just me playing around. There was another day here where I had another delivery driver here. Of course, you can also do a live view, so I could just go into the live view here, and I can just press this, talk to the driver and then manually open a box if they don't have a code or if a code wasn't printed on the label. Under delivery pin, that is where you could add different couriers. So I have Amazon, later I'll add UPS, FedEx, whenever I'm expecting a shipment, but most of my deliveries are from Amazon. All right, so can I recommend the Eufy SmartDrop? And for me personally, this thing has been a huge relief having, because anytime I'm out of the house, and I know I have a package coming, sometimes more than one, I always have a bit of anxiety because I'm just worried they're just gonna leave it anywhere here. There's always people, walking in front of this house because it's kind of on a corner a lot. And I'm always worried and I wanna rush to get home. Now that I have this, I don't have to worry about that. If you're like me and you have a bit of package anxiety, you're worried about porch pirates or it's kind of a thing in your area, getting this is definitely gonna give you a lot of peace of mind. I've had a couple of deliveries from Amazon already this week and every single driver has used this. If you're interested in picking up the Eufy SmartDrop, I'm going to leave some links in the description down below. And as always, if you found this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Adrian out.